Thank you for availing yourself for this update on Tropical Depression 04F. Our situation overview for this afternoon for you. We are continuing our monitoring on the Tropical Depression that has been with us for the last few days. And the weather situation is such that heavy rain has been continuing and some strong winds have been felt. This will be the process that we will be undergoing from now until the weekend. But I think the focus is more on the flooding of low-lying areas. The weather outlook from the Met Office is that the system can develop into a tropical cyclone category 1 by tomorrow. That has not been revised, that has remained. As of yesterday, we had a briefing with the Honorable Prime Minister, the Cabinet Ministers, and also the Diplomatic Corps, just to inform them of and brief them of the situation on hand. Similarly, this morning at 11 o'clock, we had a briefing with the Emergency Committee, the committee that directs the operation together with the National Disaster Controller. In terms of the update on the depression so far, what the latest that we have received today from the Met Office, the flood warning remains in force. That is for low-lying areas and small streams for the whole of Fiji. The heavy rain warning is also in force for the whole of Fiji. The strong wind warning remains in force for the land areas, and also strong wind warning remains in force for all of the Fiji waters. So the expectation is that there will be more rain with periods of heavy rain to continue with squally thunderstorms over most part of the county today and through the weekend. So with more rain forecasted, the chances of flooding in the major rivers are quite high. In terms of activation of the various emergency operation centers, that has been done from Tuesday on a skeleton basis throughout here at the National Emergency Operation Center, and also for the 4 divisions and the various district emergency operation centers. Likewise too with some of our major stakeholders, the partners with the NDMO, with the police, and also with the military, the Minister of Education, the Minister of Health. They have also activated their operation centers. So that is our status at the moment. The focus with the police and the military coordination for this weekend is especially on the public, prioritizing on public safety, and also the safety of the evacuation centers, evacuees, wherever they are around the country. The priority focus for government at the moment are the relocation of households affected during TC winter, and some of them are still living in tents, and also the evacuation of households for people who are living within flood-prone areas, including the maritime areas. So evacuation centers has been identified across for the 4 divisions, and the monitoring of our infrastructure, especially the roads, for flooded rivers and creeks and bridges, that are also continuing with the FRA and the ministry responsible. So in terms of the households that are still living in tent, the summary that we have for the Central Division, there are 223. For the Eastern Division, there are 234. For the Northern Division, there are 158 and 103 for the Western Division, with a aggregate total of 718. For the Eastern update, so far there are some evacuation centers that are being activated in the Eastern Division. In Koro, in Sinuvada, there are 2 evacuation centers with 48 evacuees. In Nokondu, there are 58 evacuees, and there are 4 evacuation centers. You will note, because of some of the previous evacuation centers, like schools and church halls and even the halls themselves that were being taken down, some of these evacuees are actually billeted in separate houses that are safe. So that is why, for example, in Nokondu, we have 4 evacuation centers with an evacuees number of 58. In Batiki, there are 9 evacuees. In Motoriki, Yanuda village, there are 5. For the Eastern Division, all the flights are actually being cancelled. The Western update, so far there has not been any major issue with the Western Division, and they seems to be okay at the moment. Northern update also, Northern is The CBD at the Northern Division is normal. All the roads remain open. There is no evacuation center opened in the Northern Division. For the central flooded area, especially in the province of the 4 provinces of Naitasiri, Rewa, Televu, and Namosi, some of the areas that are still underwater, the Wailafida Road, the Waima Crossing, Nambaitava Road, Nangali low-lying areas, Waindamundamu, Ngawia Road, Lami, those with flash flooding, Waihu Village, Veresi Settlement, Wailia Settlement, and those that are still underwater, Delacanto Crossing, Nambolau Crossing, Dolata Crossing, Dolata Koko Road, Delacanto Crossing, and Namboro Koko Road. For Namosi, Wainukovu Crossing, Wainumakutu Crossing, Wainusudu Crossing, and Wainiatu Road. So these are some of the areas that are still being flooded. Situation changes as we move on with time, and also with the tide, the high tide and the low tide issue that can be a major factor too in terms of flooding. For the Central Division, the evacuation centers, there are quite a few. For Rewa, and the Nandera Methodist Church Hall, there are 25 adults and 18 children. These are from the Viresi settlement. Wisnudia Primary, 2, Vasismuni Primary School, 14 adults and also 4 children. In Namosi, there are Jokan Primary School, LDS Church, Wainranra Community Hall, Rampur College, Shivelia Vocational College School, Wainandoi AOG Church, LDS Church in Dalia. Now, the head count is still going on for these evacuation centers in Namosi. For Naitasiri, we have the Andira Compound School Hostel that has so far 2 children and 2 adults. In terms of infrastructure update, the Queens Road and the Kings Road, both of them remains open. The Northern Division, all roads remain open, and the Eastern Division, all roads remain open. The slip that has at Obisari on Queens Road, that has been cleared, but the members of the public are actually being advised to be cautious when accessing side roads and low-lying areas where they can be prone to flooding. There are notable increases of potholes on the road network, and the contractors will be carrying out remedial work as soon as the weather clears up. So motorists are being advised to drive with caution during this time. So we are urging the members of the public, the community, to take heed of the advisories from relevant authorities and do not attempt to cross flooded roads or lower level crossing. In terms of coordination, we work on an inclusive situation where we try to work with everybody, from divisional commissioners and their team, the line ministries and the line departments, the diplomatic missions, NGOs and CSOs, with you guys, the media organization, the business community and the private sector, and also with the community. So our line of communication is open for you and for the rest of the community. In terms of conclusion, I would like to say, as from this evening, we are having a full manning of all the emergency operation centers around the country, except for the Northern Division. The monitoring continues. The evacuation centers in divisions are ready for activation and to receive the members of the public if there is a need during this weekend. And our advice to the public is that there should be a paramount concern to them as their safety from the flooded areas. And would also like to mention from here the need to limit night movement, especially areas that are prone to flooding, because situation can happen that that we did not plan for. And the high tide of this afternoon is from 8:58 p.m., which is about 9 o'clock. So those are the times that the public needs to be aware, for those that are living closer to the coastal zones and where they are prone to flooding, that flooding may occur during this time. So that's all I have for you. Thank you. A few questions, maybe 2 or 3. Yes?
So, 10 months post Cyclone Winston, and now another cyclone looming, what's the ideal solution government has for those who are still in tents?
Those who are still in tents? The the reconstruction and the rehabilitation is, we all know, is slow because of the limited materials that we have in the country. But the process is continuing. although it is a bit slow, and we hope, we just have to be patient here in terms of that. In terms of the situation that we have here right at the moment, because of the heavy rain and the continuous rain that we have had for a couple of days, and also planning for the weekend, we have already identified through the division commissioners all the various evacuation centers that are ready, that can receive people if they need to move there during the weekend. One more?
So just some clarification on the 718. Is that families or is that individuals with regards to people living in tents?
718 households,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
With the high tide around 9,
Yeah.
should people anticipate any curfew? With certain areas being severely flooded.
The police are actually moving around the respective areas, not only at the evacuation centers where they are working as wardens with the military, but they are also moving around to ensure that people are secure wherever they are, and that is why we are discouraging people to move around, especially at night during those times, because with the continuous rain, flooding can continue, and then people can also be affected because of that. All right, if there is a need for a briefing tomorrow, probably same time, 3 o'clock, we will inform them. Thank you very much.